Not even a quarter of the way into the movie are we shown through Mafty Nauve, however you say his middle name, Erin's hubris ultimately caused the destruction of themselves, but the entire organization of Mafty. So what's up? CJC presents WandA Workouts in Anime with a character analysis of Mafty. Before we get into the character analysis, this video will contain spoilers. Be mindful of that. It's been a little over a day. I definitely implore you to watch it because it's a very good film. If you want a spoiler-free discussion where I talk about what I generally like about the movie, I did a video on that yesterday, so you can check it out. Also, please, if you have read the novelization of Hathaway's Flash in its entirety, don't spoil it in the comment section. From my interactions with people who like Gundam and who watch Gundam, they encourage you to watch the series first and won't say anything that'll ruin the viewing experience. So I don't know if that's everybody. I would hope so, but please do not spoil the novels in the comments. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, let's break down Mafty in 3, 2, 1. So yes, this is a video on Hathaway specifically, as Mafty is not an individual but an organization, and that does get played up a couple of times. Once during the air raid, and then the second is when one of the Mafty pilots, Gauman, I believe, gets captured and interrogated. So the sequence of events needs some context for it. The film does occur 12 years after Char's counterattack. So what has become of Hathaway, who, to be honest, I hated in Char's counterattack because of how much of a simp he was and the fact that he killed Chen. Like, I love Chen. But I digress. It is said that Hathaway is the inherited successor of the wills of both Char and Amuro, as the events of the glow in space affected what Hathaway believes how the world should be in the later years, with people coming to an understanding on how the Earth should just be left alone. Leaving Earth alone and migrating to space is the ideal Hathaway inherits from Char, but it's the empathy towards humanity that comes from Amuro. Look, Char is ready to drop a big-ass rock on Earth, regardless of life. Grab your kids, grab your wife. Char is dropping a huge rock. While Amuro felt the empathy of humanity and not to shed any more blood onto the Earth. The fusion of these ideals occur once soldiers from both Neo-Zeon and the Raikylum, come together to attempt to stop the rock from falling into the Earth. Hathaway even comments that he won't let the sacrifices of those who died in the rebellion 12 years ago go in vain, as they show scenery of the psychic glow while he stated so. He understands that in order to make progress, the individual will have to be quote-unquote sacrificed, as he addressed Kenneth that Mafty will have to be sacrificed. Here is where Hathaway's hubris lies, which is his rashness and inability to see things through. It is in the opening sequence of the film, once Hathaway has a kind of like a new type sequence, because he definitely is a new type, with Gigi. He brushes in to take out the group without second thought. Once he reaches the cockpit of the aircraft and takes out the two members, not realizing that there's another enemy behind the cockpit. Then, of course, Kenneth comes in and takes the enemy out. Now, this could serve as a metaphor for the Earth Federation, which I can discuss in another video or with you in the comment section. But this does serve as a metaphor for Hathaway, rushing in with his ideals and not properly evaluating the situation, as he may soon discover who truly is behind the metaphoric cockpit of this trilogy. And even further supporting this point of his rashness is when he walks in on Gigi getting changed. He has the comment of, I don't like women walking around like that anyway. And then later on, drops the bag and he mumbles to himself that he may have been too rash, just like with Quest. And this rashness will not end the way Hathaway wants it to. Hathaway is a great character, as he is aware of his hubris, thinking he has full control of the conflict of the story, with his sacrifice being at hand. Meaning his sacrifice is gonna, make that change once he, kills all the cabinet members. However, in the last battle, Hathaway's new type Flash has Ghost Amuro call out to him. I'm gonna paraphrase here, but it's a really good quote. Basically saying the Grim Reaper or death won't come on your time. So that's basically it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of short character analysis of Mafty / Hathaway, just based off of what we gathered from the first film. And there's a lot of stuff you can incorporate as well. The taxi scene that he has, that was really good and kind of telling, as he's sort of hesitant with his ideals. And there are other scenes as well. So let me know your thoughts on the comment section below. What other characters would you like to see me break down, or if you want to see the whole film broken down in its entirety? It's a really good film. Even with so little, we can see so much of the world, if that makes sense, with just the metaphors that are constantly brought up, like with the Earth Federation one that I briefly mentioned earlier. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. It's a pretty short video, and I'll see you in the comment section below and the next video. Peace.